Hi, this is Lawson Electronics. We're going to have a video today on upgrading the 1.9.0 on the UDM Pro. This is all, if you want to go ahead and take a look at what is fixed here. These are all the new changes that happened here, and I'll actually copy this under the lease notes here when I go ahead and when we upload this video. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and update it. You can see right now I'm on 1.8.6. I'm going to go ahead and update this, put in 9.0. We're going to click on to check for updates here. So we need to make sure it's downloaded. Now, since it's downloaded, it should now be able to see here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do it the SSH way here. There's more than one way to be able to update the firmware here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go, here's the notations here. So there is our, so it looks like when we try to auto update, it does not want to auto update here. So we're going to go ahead and follow the instructions on here to SSH into this here so that we can be able to update the OS here. Tells us everything here. As you can tell, we need to manually do it, and so we can just try to pull the auto update here, because we can see here that it didn't automatically pull it. So we're going to do it the next way, which is we're going to follow the upgrade instructions here. And first, let's make sure we got the copy here, which is download version, accept the terms of services, copy URL, just to make sure here, download file, yes, you want to save, you can tell it's opened here. So now we got the link, we got the file downloaded. Try it one more time to try to tell it to do it the manual way here. It's not. So we're going to have to do it the SSH way. So we're going to go ahead and go here. And make sure I have my KeyPass file pulled up here for it. So that when I need to log in, I got it here. General. So then we're going to go ahead and SSH into it. So let's go ahead and bring up a terminal here. SSH to root at 10.50.50.1. So we like to fingerprint this, yes. And then we want our root password here. So we're going to go ahead and grab that one here. And this one right here. Let's see if it's this one here. There it is. Perfect. And we're going to go onto the page here with, so we're going to go ahead and grab the link because it's a good idea to copy that. This time we're going to download it, copy that, accept it. Pull that bin file because we're going to need this. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to open a notepad so I know where to place it at so that I can copy and paste the link here in a few minutes. Text editor, we'll just use that one, it's fine. Paste in this box because we're going to need that here in a second. And we're going to go and now grab our instructions, which in this kind of case, we're going to go back one. Download Reese Notes. And after we log into the SSH command, it's going to tell us what we need to do here, which is update, upgrade here, and then the URL. So we're going to go ahead and open this up and paste that right here. Grab this bin file. C, right click, control paste. And now let's do it. It's now updating the firmware. And this is it's kind of looking through what's been happening here. So we're going to So this is the midst of updating here. We're going to go through here what we're going to do here. We're going to go ahead and go in the second after this all updates here. Improves updated. These are just showing all the improvements here that they're all people there updated their information here. And we should be taking our UDM Pro, should be up here in a moment, as soon as everything upgrades. This is a good one up here. The main ones I'd probably want to do that's always going to here. This is a good one that's been fixed. That's another one. There's another one here. That's been a really good one here. There's a lot of fixes. This is updated here. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to wait for all my updates here. We can tell when this is up here because we'll see it be able to use it again here. 10. You can tell my network's not up yet. It's going to take a few minutes to come back up. And you can tell here that my see what address my machine says I'm at here. So we're going to do the next thing, which is a new tab here. Ifconfig. Let's make sure we're still connected to the same network. We are. Perfect. Just make sure we still have interactivity. We do. Let's make sure it's not a cache page. Good, we have access to the internet. That's good to hear. And let's go ahead and try again here. .50.50.1. We need to tell it this is a trusted site, which is yes it is. We're going to refresh that. Take a few moments of the page to load back up. Tell it's not fully loaded yet because you can see where it says we have now version 6.1.61 is what the network version is. So there we go. Here is our, wow, we got a really new interface here. Wi-Fi experiences, here's all our protocols going on, the most active. Here's all the devices here are utilized. Here's it shows us we're at 1.9.3.4.13. Here, this is a huge update here on this. We're going to go here and you can always see our normal. We're going to go ahead and do it through the new settings here. Security, threat management systems. Cool, we got everything. Customizable, network scanners, firewall settings, advanced, You can tell here 100% utilization here, and you can tell there it tells us the ISP and the provider. So provider here, so that's good. Here we are, alerts, configuration, tells us all here. Let's look at our Wi-Fi information here. So far, let's go ahead. I want to go to classic. Let's go ahead and go to so you can tell that it looks like they got rid of the classic view, which is something that I'm very surprised of. Here you can go to systems, controllers, configurations, mail server, and TP server, mail login. Let's go to advanced features, advanced feature for gateway. Here's your UPnP. Here's all those. So you can see here. Now, if you want to get back to where we had it before, we just need to go and do that and turn off that functionality here. And again, we can go to the controller here. So here we can see this. We're going to go site by site. Here we are, wireless experience, network controller, and you can tell all our information, routing and switching, threat management. So I don't know why it says it's still in beta, because it's been beta forever today since we pretty much came out with this here, but you notice the beta logo is now missing. Guest controllers, profile, services, coming soon, DHCP, domain, SIP, SNTP. Ooh, that's something new that we didn't have in here. That's good to know. UPnP, those are always good to know here. NTP, those are servers. And schedule upgrades. User groups. Controllers. Users. Browser themes. You want to see what the new one is? This is what the new one looks like back in here. We'll go through that here in a second. Apply changes. Here we are again. This is our new dashboard. Breaks down my two switches here. Now I can see my experience with my gigabit link, and it kind of gives me more information here, which is really nice here. Let's go ahead and check on this. Your devices here, the management. So far, I'm actually kind of liking this. This is not bad. Ports configuration, so everything's looking nice. It tells me which one's PoE and which ones are not. Those are UDM Pro, normal ones. Tells me what's connected. Shows the statistics, review. What shows me all my network. That's good. Devices. Screens, networks, services, manage, port configurations. So we want to know what these are. Example, we can go here, overview, devices, you can tell we're at firmware 1.9.0. Allow Unified Dream Machine Pro to update automatically. Your device will restart as part of this. And application protection will automatically update. So you notice I don't use any of those, but those are what those are. It tells us what release version we are. Here's all our clients. Tells what we're seeing here. Even gives us more information on what we're running here. So we got a lot more information on our there's a Raspberry Pi that have a Pi hole. We got a whole bunch of things here. So we do have some updates here. I would see my cell phone, which right there is my cell phone coming on there. And you can see how much, what it's downloading, how much it is, and what's doing here. Here's statistics if you want to look at what it here. Tells it breaks down. Here's our DNS requests. Let's see what we got here. Clients there. Top applications. What I expected. DNS is good. Here's all our services that we're using. So you can always tell it's really pretty well up to date. Let's go ahead and go here. Here is, it looks like, must be all, there's all my neighbors and everything else, but we're not going to go ahead and go through all those. Tells us what's going on in the network, and I can do filters. So we're going to go from today to this. There we are. So it looks like somebody has been attacking us a lot today. So I'm going to use what it shows here from the 2nd to the 3rd. Yeah, it looks like only somebody here. It's coming from, these are all our traffic sources, and tells you what's going on here. Traffic. Alerts. It tells us what devices have the alerts now. That's a little bit new. So it tells us all here. Go to network. See all your network ads in here, and if you want to add a network, here's how we do it. VPN settings, that's a little bit new tab here. On site to site or site to site. Content filters. And blocks family. Block VPNs looks like a graphic there, so you can see if there's anything here. And let's go ahead and look at any kind of new settings here. DSCP guard. Nope, not anything I can really see too much of. And See, this one's family filters on this one, but all the other ones don't. And here we are. Set this one here just to see if there's anything else that changed. Hasn't. ST here, this is the range, DSCP service, SDP. And if you want to use so those are the things you can do here. We're going to go back out of that. Let's make sure my phone don't want to. So we're looking good here. So it's done a lot of different things here for their VLANs or anything else to set up with it. Let's go ahead and so you can see if there's any ones that use the VPN connections and which network they are. Traffic identifiers, restrictions. So let's see what we do here. Let's just name the one test here. We can always delete it. Add restrictions here. Let's see what we got here for test. See what okay. Ooh. Business tools. Look at all this. Ongoing games, peer-to-peer, tunneling, VoIP services, instant messaging. Man, they've added some really good. Let's go ahead and do some traffic management here. Database tools, business tools. We can block or log or restrict on here. Management tools. And let's see what applications here we can drop. DNS. Oh, UPnP. Wow, we have a lot we can do on this now. That's really kind of cool. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we try. Let's go ahead and go to instant messaging platforms. Oh, look at that. Man, look, we can really start blocking some stuff if you want to. This is some really nice stuff now. Ubiquiti just done some really amazing stuff with their upgrades and support here. Let's go ahead and go to business tools. Let's see what we got here. Here is all stuff for business we can block here. WebEx. Wow. We have a lot we can block on here. Zoom. Man, there's a lot of things we can do. There's some pretty nice restrictions on here now. Let's just go ahead and media streaming services. What do we got for media streaming services here? A lot, but we got some things here. Twitch TV. Wow. Man. We can block a lot of things. We really don't want to watch TV and stuff on here. Web streaming. Wow. Kids might be upset if you go and start blocking all their stuff on there. You have a lot you can do. Let's see what our game servers we have here now. Online game services. Let's see what we got here. Wow, we got a lot of stuff. Wow. Pokemon Go. Make sure you really don't want your kids playing online on there. You can definitely do that. Just force them to a VPN client connected over here. You could block them from even going and use your Pokemon Go on there on this. Electronic Arts. Man, we got a lot we can be able to do here. This is going to give parents a lot of control. Steam, wow. You don't have any problems now trying to block your stuff. Here, let's see what I've known here. Man. They've done some pretty nice upgrades, I would say, here. Security is definitely improved. Now we can actually remove that one. Yes. So now I can actually restrict based off here. We can go for Wi-Fi restrictions. So to network restrictions, we can restrict by network assignments. Wow. This has done some really nice things. Let's see what happens when we have our way inside of everything. Let's see what we got here for edit. Cool. So here, don't want to make any changes on the way inside. Yeah, leave. So here, let's see what happened. Start themes looking good here. So again, we've had some bands, available firmware. Now you can see here, these are, there's just updates available. Let's go to our advanced settings now. Different things we have here. That's a new button that says, instead of just change password, it doesn't have our password keyed in there anymore. That's a little nice. So here we can access remotely from UI. We can do the analytical improvements. There's a lot of new things we can do here on this, but mainly I thought this is one of the big things here that we had. This is a new way here. Barely using our system resources right now. Here, let's go to Wi-Fi again. We have the AI do it, but I really don't like doing it because last time we did it just really caused some problems. And so it's a gateway. Here's where all our stuff is. So you can create a honeypot right there now. You need to create one or even edit them. You can edit them here. See right there, you can just edit it here, and it's really easy to edit address now. So those are ways you can be able to see if somebody is attacker network and what they're using. So those are really at least nice ways to know. And again, here's our map. You can see everything's back up and running and loading here. That's good. And network isolations. And just gonna go ahead and go back everything here. So far, we just have it so you can tell this is a new controller configuration. AI overridden remote logs. Here's everything we need for the remote log. System send, the console. Let's do maintenance here. Support information. Advanced settings. So we download the system configuration, download support information, download logs. So this is just our new update for the again onto our UDM Pro. This is version 1.9.0 and updated version of 6.1.61 on the Switch version. And you can see your two different systems here and your users. And we'll go back to the settings here. You can see there's a slightly different way they've changed things. Anything with advanced, power off, restart, download support, remote access. And again, if you decide, heck, I just don't like this new interface and I want to go back to classic, you can always do that without a problem. Say, just click on the one that says new user interface and say, yep, deactivate that. And we're back to where we previously had. There's a new tab here. It says, hey, if I want to use Wi-Fi mount, now you can download this app if you want to use for the mobile. Here's alerts. Finally get full screen of them. And if you want to make sure, I would always make sure, you always make sure to do this, is make sure with the new one, we're going to download it back up here. And save it back up. So anytime you make any changes, that way you can always restore the settings and have it previous time. So this goes back here. We're going to compact that database. Yes, confirm. And this is the really new one here. We're going to go back to the new interface to show you how to get back into this again. Click on new interface and apply changes. It's going to refresh again, and this is what our new interface looks like. I would say it's not bad at all. Tells me real-time information, tells me peak usage, the peak times here, here. Gives me a real-time update of what everything's pulling from. It tells me what applications, it tells me everything. Now, let's go and run a speed test and see if there's anything different on the speed test, how it looks here. So far, nope, it has not shown me really any difference on the speed test here. Great. Okay, there's fine. This also tells us our adjustments from our active files, and these tell me a total of networks on all my network, where everything's at. Tells me on devices, wired devices, wireless devices, guest devices. Again, we can always go break down here. Topography. This is a little bit cleaner view than that previous time. Get a file length update. Clients. You can see now it has in say Linux machine, it tells us exactly what version of Linux you can see here. So it's kind of nice. Based off the signature here, tells us whatever we use. Here's the top applications if you always want to see what you have. And download upload traffic. Here's what's taking all my upload speed. If you want to say, hey, this is what I don't know why my connection running, so we can really see this traffic usage. So we're just going to see here. We'll go back to that. And site here is hidden networks. And there we are. It'll take this a second to load the map, but when we do, we'll be able to see all our threads here. Tells us a little bit more information, what category and what they're trying to do and where everyone's coming from. Endpoint scans, and everything's looking really good here. Tells us all equipment we're using, what addresses, and of course your honeypots. And I would say this is not a bad software update. So, and again, here is everything that's changed. And this is how you can show what here happens, and we can tell everything's working really well. So this is kind of showing you just all the changes that happen on, again, 1.9.0, and we're using switch point is version 6.1.61.